Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Legends of Another World, Curse of Saria. In the last episode we fought our way through a dungeon of transients and reached the Returner, the next boss of the game, who proved to be quite a difficult challenge, but I was able to get most of the way through his HP. I had at the time only 7 potion pluses and 7 phoenix tears, so I've made a trip to Uvia to get more, and from the random battles that I fought going there and back, I was also able to afford 2 liquor pluses, which I think are going to be very important. Ivy entirely leveled up again. And I've chosen this party setup for a couple of reasons. One is that at this point I would like to make another trip to the optional dungeon in the forest to see whether I can tackle that. And for that, it's going to be important to include Ivy because she is currently my only party member with a multi-target attack, and I think that will be useful against the troop of 5 super roaches. These battles now only give AP to Ivy, who is also the only member who has no use for AP. So I want to include Ivy. I definitely want to include Harley and Alicia. Alicia for the steals, if nothing else. So for the 4th party member, the choice was between Tara and Liana. And I've chosen Liana for a very simple reason. Everyone gained 1 AP from that fight. Which means Liana has just enough to learn Breaker Attack. And I think, even though it's a bit weird that to give her an ability that Tara also has, I think this is a. For one thing, even though I have enough potion pluses and revives probably for the Returner now, there's still the dungeon of transient lights and microsients to get through, with no more softening sands, and Tara is not available for that. But even thinking beyond that dungeon, Breaker Attack has proved to be so useful that I think having 2 characters with it will be an enormous boon. Now I have just noticed, which I didn't realise I had no idea this was going to happen, but now that she's level 15, it looks like certain additional abilities have been unlocked, but again, it's only the ability to purchase the abilities with AP that's unlocked. So let's... Okay, Dispatch kills an enemy instantly unless it's immune. I'm assuming that bosses will be immune to this, of course. That could definitely be useful against most difficult random encounters, including the ones in the forest. Strength Buster reduces enemy strength, reduces enemy magic. Drain, Split Attack, which I already have. Okay, that's the limit. Zombie Attack, actually, I think is also a new possibility. Of these, Dispatch sounds the most interesting, but it's such a long way off for her, so I'm going with Breaker Attack, and I assume that Tara has... when did When did Tara reach level 15? I guess that must have happened during a trip to Uvia that was not the one I just did. So at some time in the last episode. Yes, she has the same list of new abilities. So I think I'll wait to get dispatch with her. And in fact, now that Liana has that ability, I'm going to put Tara in the active party. So yeah, that was what I was saying, was that my reason for having Liana in the active party was to get her to 220 AP, which she has now. So now I want Tara. But Liana's... Well, I was going to say Liana's breaker attack may be useful in the graveyard dungeon, but Tara also has that. So I have no reason to use Liana rather than Tara for this dungeon.
Oh, come on.
And I still say it would be nice, just once, to get the experience of finishing off an enemy with Harley's physical attack. But I guess that's not going to happen. Also, you can see it's not an all-or-nothing thing with the AP. Ivy does get more AP than the others from that battle, even though they get some. No, I'm not going to use his skills. I'm just going to use a couple of normal potions to top everyone up before going in. So the other thing about this dungeon is, of course, I should remember that I always have the option to escape and the option to switch party members mid-combat. With those, and with my slightly higher levels, I think I might have a better chance here than last time I attempted it. I am still going to try to get steals. So the Gobby has Toxic Bomb. The Obby I don't know about yet. Charge. Does Esuna remove slow? I don't know. No, it doesn't. It does remove poison, but the turn order was wrong for that. So last time I was here, I found that the Gobbies are dangerous because they can cast Plague, which inflicts a ton of nasty statuses all at once. And the worst status inflicted by that is Sleep, which simply prevents me from acting. But I don't think I have any abilities... Oh, those go down rather quickly. Got the Toxic Bomb. They cast Zombie, and I do in fact have something I picked up in the Transient Dungeon that would give me immunity to Zombie. I also have Sleep Touch, but I don't know offhand what is and isn't vulnerable to sleep in this dungeon. Namida has helpfully pointed out that the Scan ability does let you see an enemy's status immunities. I'll show that if I get the chance. For now, just stall and let... Oh, I was thinking... Right, so I do in fact have a reason to use Liana rather than Tara. which is that she has split attack, which would have been very helpful here. Because those things still do so much damage. Wow, it's not dead yet. Okay, got it. Right, yes, I do have a way of dealing with the zombie status, but as far as I know, I don't have anything that would... You know, I'm not going to use Breaker Attack. It takes so much MP, and I'd like to save that. Oh, I could have cured Tara because she doesn't have zombie on. Never mind. Yes, I don't think I have anything that gives me the possibility of resisting sleep. As for items, Quick Fix does heal sleep, but only one person at a time. So, if I get hit by plague, it's still going to be a major problem with the possibility of instant game over. But having more potion pluses and more revives than the last time I was here gives me a certain amount of confidence. Yeah, blue magic. And because I have the option to use Harley's skills in between battles, I'm going to take the opportunity to scan. So, while this is up, I can press Shift to view the second screen, which shows which statuses it's immune to and which it's vulnerable. I don't know what all these symbols are, but the ones it's immune to are Poison, Darkness, Silence, and Sleep. So don't bother trying to cast any of those. Another quick fix, that will be helpful. Not item, skill. So I am getting through Harley's MP, but I do have the second... I have Liquor Plus. Okay, I think this is further than I've made it before. Slow, that's good. Okay, that's down. I think these either use Plague rarely, or maybe they use it when the battle's been going a certain number of turns. I'm not going to use any of those. I'm going to keep Tara's MP up as much as possible. There we are, this will be no problem now. Oh, that's another thing I was going to talk about in this episode, but haven't mentioned yet. Harley has... that wasn't on the list before. That must also have been gained at level 15. So that's 3rd tier cure, but I don't know why I would bother learning that when full cure is a possibility. However, either of those cost 1000 AP. And I'm pretty sure I want revive as soon as it becomes possible, because buying revives is so expensive and I would much rather save that money for buying liquor pluses. Oh, I say buying revives is expensive and then the game gives me fine. Very nice. Okay, one of these on its own should not be a problem. Especially when I managed to hit it with slow in the first round. Level gain and a gold Akara. Now, I only have one of those so far, and I think yes, I did give it to Tara. So obviously Liana gets this one. It's only a +4 increase, but that's good to have. That's the way I came, isn't it? Okay, roaches. So I'm not going to bother trying to steal from these gobbies. I'm just going to go all out, try to get this battle over with as quickly as possible. Especially if they are targeting Harley, because, you know, that's not good. Even worse, he's been zombified. Right, I've got to take that off. Relic heals zombie. That heals numerous things, but not zombie. So use the relic. You know, I shouldn't have bothered because I knew he would be killed this turn anyway, this round. Okay, you're down, and let's see how many flash fires it takes to kill the stalker roaches. But I will use another relic on Ivy so that I can keep her healed up for that blue magic. Okay, 2 flash fires isn't enough. How about 3? Now I think that's actually back the way I came, and this is the way to something new. There, I can see how to get to that chest, so let's just go for it. Spell pots. I don't know whether I found out... right, they have no steals. And it's Liana, not Tara, who has silence attack, so for the first time this game I'm switching characters mid-battle. I've got nothing for Harley to do, I think. Well, now I have. Oh, and that reminds me, another thing I wanted to mention is at some point I was switching around people's abilities, and Ivy has been equipped with Omni-Resist, resists all elemental damage. And the reason I mention that is to emphasise that the flare attack you just saw, and which was also done by the returner boss, it one-shotted Ivy. It did about 1800, I think, and that was even with Omni-Resist on. So either it is not elemental, or else it's elemental, but it still does that much even when resisted. So equipping everyone with fire resist to counteract that would not be a viable option for that fight. Liquors! Very nice. And 3 quick fixes. This dungeon is certainly giving me... Oh, here are the stairs, but there's at least one route I haven't gone. I'm going to go down the stairs and see what's there. Okay, boss. I am not going to do the boss because I've got some good stuff from this dungeon. And I want to get back to a save point. Okay, if you're going to target Liana, I can at least put stand ground on. No, I'm going to at least find out whether these have steals. They do not. Well, that's bothersome. But I brought a good supply of revives. Ah, she doesn't have stand ground on anymore. So Harley's MP is getting low, but I haven't even used my first Liquor Plus yet. So I think I'm in good shape. I've discovered where the boss hangs out, but I definitely want to make it out of here with the spoils from this dungeon before even having a look at that boss. So, because I've seen that there is no save point, not before the boss, not anywhere in this dungeon. The closest one is the one at the end, either the one at the entrance to the forest or the one at the entrance to the story progression dungeon in the forest. Actually, if I go back to that dungeon, does that give me another way to enter the Metaspi? Fire touch. The stalker roaches might have been weak to fire, I can't remember. Well, if they are, I haven't equipped fire touch. I don't even have another relic. I've used them all already. Well, that was not very wise. At least I'm one-shotting the roaches with Alicia. Nothing I can do if I can't take zombie off, so I'll just let Harley die and revive. Make sure to attack a different roach from the one Liana attacked, so she can finish that one off. And with only 2 of them left, I'm pretty sure I can win this. I'm not even going to bother reviving Harley. I mean, it would be nice if everyone got the experience from the battle, but it's not that important. Getting out of the dungeon in one piece is important. And level ups are excellent. What was I going to do? Well, definitely do that. I'm going to put Tara back in. For one thing, Liana's now ahead of her in levels, and for another, I do want that. What's it called? Dispatch, 400 AP. So I at least want to work towards that, even though it's quite a way off at the moment. So I'm pretty sure I've explored all of this dungeon now. Oh great, just when I put Tara back in, I actually want Liana for her. Actually, that is so useful that I'm just going to do it. Liana can come back and silence attack the spell pot. Now I could switch them back just because whoever's in the active party at the end of the battle is who gains the experience. But since Liana's the one who was useful in this, I think it's only fair to her that she should be the one who comes out of it with the experience gain. Okay, silence. That prevents me... well, I can just stall and have Harley take that off. It's a bit of a risk because her HP is getting low, but I think I can afford it. Especially because Liana and Alicia are one-shotting these. Okay, this is the point where I need to give the Liquor Plus to Harley. I have another one over in case of emergency. Using Cure 3 times... Oh! Right, 100 MP, not full. Still, I'm pretty sure that will be enough for me to get out of here. We've seen that at my level I'm handling the battles in here fairly well. I do not like these stalker roaches. Alicia survives with 1 HP. Great, another level up. For some reason, it's always very satisfying when I exit a dungeon with exactly enough battles for one member to level up. Doesn't matter which one. Or in this case, one final battle. Now, I don't think I ever discovered... Okay, they also have toxic bombs as a steal. Silence attack? Yes, silence attack on the gobby. It doesn't take. Never mind. I've already got 2 toxic bombs out of this. I should not take risks, but I'm going to hang on in the hope of a third. No, if the battle ends, I'm just going to accept that. Nice. Okay, we made it out. Time for me to go back to the entrance of the forest and have a look at where we're up to. So, I'm at the save point in the forest, and I'm taking stock of my position. I've actually got more Phoenix Tears on me than I had when I went into the dungeon. Fewer potion pluses, but 7 is still a good amount. I only used 1 of my liquor pluses, so I'm in pretty good shape, and I don't feel the need to go all the way to Uvia to restock. One thing about this game is that I am really enjoying the level of challenge it presents, and that's why I'm really reluctant to do any more grinding than necessary. So I don't want to overlevel and make the game too easy. So a trip to Uvia would involve fighting several more battles, maybe leveling up, and right now that's not what I want. I've saved, I'm in a good position. I'm going to go back to the forest graveyard dungeon and have another crack at that boss. The AP I got from that dungeon was very good. Harley is... was it 300 Harley needed? Yes, 300 to learn Revive. So he's getting close to that. What did I want Tara to learn? That's right, Dispatch 400. So that's further off. Ivy has the most AP but has no use for it, and Alicia can now learn Mug. It's also the only thing she can learn, even though she's level 15, she hasn't gained anything new. So definitely learning Mug for her. It costs 12 MP, and her MP pool is extremely small, so that's something to be aware of. So only use that for bosses, really. But not the returner boss, because I already know it has no steals. Okay, just going to save, so I've got that decision to learn. And I'm back. I'm right here, next to the boss. I've had a little trouble getting here, and I've burned through a few revives, but I still have 7. Just before starting this fight, I had Harley heal everyone all the way up to full, and then used my normal liquors, because those are not much use, except for refilling in between battles. I used my normal liquors to replenish Harley's MP, and also gave a liquor to Ivy and Alicia, because Ivy's MP is useful to charge her BP, and for Alicia, I want to try mugging this boss. I have not attempted the fight yet, so I don't know whether it has any steals. The only other thing is the decision on whether to have Tara or Liana in my party. And I am working on Tara's AP, but Liana has the more useful abilities right now, and so I'm going to put Liana in. They are both level 16. She needs 3,000. They're both almost exactly level in terms of leveling up. Harley has 300 AP. Wasn't that enough for... That was enough for him to learn Revive. Excellent. Well, that's something I'll do straight away. Alicia is nowhere near. Oh, that's because I already learned Mug, and in fact she has nothing more. Alicia and Tara both leveled up once in getting here, and I think I'm as well prepared as I can be. So this is the boss. It is possible to escape from this battle, so bear that in mind. What do I want to use first? Well, split attack is most useful if used as early as possible, so I'll open with it. Grand Hobby. Okay, it's immune to that. What about steals? Silence Touch. Excellent. It might even have more than one steal, but I'm not sure whether I should risk my luck holding on for something else. Okay, normal attack. No biggie, I can just heal that one. Let's see if you're weak, well, not weak, but at least vulnerable to fire. Do you have any more steals? No. Okay, well I know that now. Breaker attack. Yes, and you can cast Blind. I don't particularly care. You're vulnerable to slow. Do I have items that remove... I do. Illuminum heals darkness. Let's use Ivy's turn to remove darkness so that my physical attackers can do their attacks. Silence attack. Yes, I can inflict silence. Ivy is silenced at the moment, which will prevent her using blue magic, but I can take that off next turn. Anything more Liana can do? No, I think it's just attack at this point. I could stand ground. I'm not particularly inclined to do so. Sorry, Ivy, you'll have to wait until next turn for Harley to take off your silence. Oh, alright. I'll take off silence and use... Well, now it's Liana's turn. Okay. Liana can use aluminum on herself. Ivy charged up. This battle is going well, and I think it's just because I went all out with inflicting status. But I don't know how we're doing in terms of its HP. I'm going to risk scanning, because can't scan. Okay, it has that. That is a bad attack, but it's only single target. Quick, Asuna. Disaster? Yes, that was a disaster. Oh, come on, Namida, that is just unfair. Either... I don't know what preparation you expect me to do for that. I really don't. If the only thing I can do to prepare is having higher levels, I don't want to. I think that would spoil the rest of the game. Aura. That one thing I should try is putting on Aura or Barrier, depending on whether that attack is magical or physical. But even to try that, I would have to walk all the way here again. So I am going to try that just in case it works. So either this is about to be followed with a recording of my successful attempt at this battle, or it will be unsuccessful, in which case this will probably be the end of the episode. We'll see. Well, I'm back at the inn. I tried the Grand Obby fight with Aura on one party member. I tried it with Barrier on one party member, and neither of those did any good. Disaster still wiped out my entire party. So I can only conclude I'm meant to wait until I'm higher level. And, I don't think that's really fair, especially given there was no save point in that dungeon. So I can just imagine how frustrating it would have been if I'd gone through that dungeon and had a go at the fight. Even though you can escape from optional boss battles, the disaster would have taken me completely by surprise and wiped out all that progress. So, no. There have been some good boss battles in this game, but that is not one of them. However, I did make some progress in the dungeon, got some good stuff out of it, so next time I feel ready to take on the Returner. See you for then.